Hi, I'm working with Color Cinema. I am Aaron, and it is an hour and a half till my birthday. So, what I decided to do for part of this, because I'm a crazy guy, is I decided to come in here and go over the sale with you guys. So, for those that don't know, the Easter Carnage sale is going on right now at Aero Video, and it's a huge sale. It's probably one of the biggest sales I've seen them have in quite a long time, and there's a bunch of stuff to go over. So what I'm doing right now, and I'm waiting for people to come in, see how I snazzily do this, is I'm going to try and open up the screen up there so I can see it there, as can my better half. The good thing about you guys slowly coming in is I can do this. Hey there. Everybody came at once. Welcome, guys. There we go. Perfect. Hi there, Chris. Hey, IB. Hey, Cinematic Collector. Hey, Wheels. Hey, Alan. So, has anybody grabbed anything from the sale yet? Hey there. I'm really liking the StreamYard thing, I got to say. So, I've already got the sale page up. We're going to look at it in a second. You picked those bones cleans on earlier sales? Well, this is a big one. Hey there, Shadow. Welcome, man. And again, Chris, don't worry. I have not forgotten about your video, by the way. I'm working on that. Hey there, David, Dustin, Ringo, everybody. We are going to look at this sale. So let's dive into it right now and look at what Aero has on there. You're strapped. I understand that one. All right, so here we are. Here's the Aero video sale. Ashton, welcome, man. And thank you so much for... The different thing about here is that unfortunately, I can't scare you guys to death with dings. Well, it's still beyond. Well, let's find out. It's the spring sale. So let's check out the sale and see what's going on there. About some third window titles. So I've gone from high to low. I figured it's the best way to do it. And first off, we have Camera Obscura, and I'm not even going to try, hey there, Antoine, to pronounce the name. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to the titles, because this is actually a really cool set if you don't have the titles already singular. This was initially put out only as a set exclusively to people when they were doing the... when they're coming over here in North America. You may be starting dialysis this week. Well, definitely good luck with that, Wheels. Hopefully everything goes okay with you. Keep us updated, please. Hey there, CR. How's it going? So it has The Beast, Immoral Tales, Blanche, Goto, Isle of Love, Theater of Mr. and Mrs. Cabal, and his short films as well. Hey there, Marvin. Welcome. Big sale here. So this was done for basically for their what do you call that again? I'm looking. What's the word I'm looking for, honey? I'm going to do like a... Oh my God! I totally lost the word. There's the Eric Romer 100 Comedies and Proverbs Special Edition Blu-ray set. We've got Love and Death, the films of the guy that made Necromantic and Necromantic 2, because I heard Beverly Cleary, unfortunately, she made a lot of good children's books. Now, here's one of my favorites. I have the set. This is the standard edition of it. But if you don't have this, this is probably one of my favorite franchises of all time, and that is Phantasm with Don Coscarelli. I love the Phantasm series. Picked up a bunch of Jolly. Is there a lot of Jolly in the sale? I don't... See, I'll be honest with you, Dave. If I had the bones to look at the sale, I would probably go through Aero as opposed to unobstructed view, just because. Hey there, Brian. We got Brian Sauer from Just to This and Pure Cinema Podcast, as well as the Just to This YouTube channel on here, which you guys should be checking out. Have you bought anything from the sale yet, Brian? Come on, tell me. It is, Ashton. That's the 1975 film. They made an Italian kind of knockoff sequel to it with Serpa Lane a few years later, called The Beast in Space. But this is the original, kind of the classic one, kind of like an erotic version of Beauty and the Beast, sort of. The Death Walks Twice box set, 2 films by Luciano Ercoli. They are 2 incredible films. I can strongly recommend these. These are really well done. I have these, and I've watched them a few times, actually, myself. Highly recommend the Death Walks Twice set. This was gone for a long time. So if this, I'm not sure if they got more copies of it, but I thought this was already sold out. It's my birthday, like in Art House. So if anybody wants to buy me something from the sale, feel free to do so. Next up is Killer Dames, 2 Gothic thrillers by Emilio Maraglia. I'm not going to get this right. Hey there, let's go get physical media. I love that name, by the way. Maraglia. Emilio P. Maraglia. I'm sorry. Which is 2 fantastic films. Your birthday was last week. Oh, wow. So you're an Aries like me. Happy belated birthday, Wheels. So I do want to show you this one because this one is really good. It's got a beautiful cover on it that obviously that's in front there is Barbara Boucher. Has The Night Evelyn Came Out of the Grave and The Red Queen Kills 7 Times. Great films. Really, really well done. Anthony Stephanus and The Night Evelyn Came Out of the Grave. We have Barbara Boucher, and we have a very early appearance by Sybil Danning, by the way, in The Red Queen Kills 7 Times. You're Pisces. Oh, so you must be Pisces right before Aries. Okay. You're still cool, though. We got 4 film noir classics here. I thought this was at a print, too. I guess this came back in. Unless they've got, like, limited editions of ones that were once out of print. House, the collection, Blu-ray. So all 4 House films here. 6 Gothic Tales, the standard edition. 4Ks for £18. That's nice, man. The Complete Sartana. I recommend this one strongly if you don't have this box set. The Ring box set. And for me, this is a better looking Ring box set. They had like a more limited edition, but the artwork on it wasn't as good. Out one, the Blu-rays here for £25 of that set. We got the Hellraiser Trilogy box set for £25. The Buddhist Trilogy is on here for $25. Family Values 3 films is on here. The Teisho Trilogy is on here. Some great stuff, guys. Stray Cat Rock Collection. The Vengeance Trilogy. Looks like Creepshow. Wow, Creepshow 2 came back in stock and sold out. Pretty much, I guess, really quickly. So it does look like they had some things here that are in stock now that were out of print. Thanks, Alan. As you can see, there are now standard editions of American Horror Project Volumes 1 and Volume 2, if you didn't pick those out already. Hey, Richard, were there any other like kind of limited editions that were kind of out of print that I guess they'll show them here, right? Because I'm for 20 Crash is here for £20, guys. 4K of Crash. I love Crash, so yeah, I can't, but I love to. Graveyards of Honor is here. The set, The Last House on the Left, that's actually a really good set. I got that one. Tremors is here for £20 and on 4K. The King New York UHD is there for $18. 8 Hours Don't Make a Day is there for $15. There's some great stuff. This is the best sale they've had since a couple years ago when they had those limited editions. They had like Phenomenon ones, and I just missed that. We were traveling to Halifax at the time, and it was at the time that Vinegar Syndrome, I think, was doing their sale too. So they had the sale at the exact same time the Vinegar Syndromes had their halfway to Black Friday sale, and I just missed out on Phantasm at that point. That's why I was looking to see if it's here, but it doesn't look like it is. The Anime Rama, 1001 Nights Cleopatra Blu-rays there. The Kalatiki, the Immortal. We got Death Smiles on a Murder here. The Decalogue here, the standard edition to that. One Missed Call trilogy. I really like that. Phoenician Pura. Red vinyl. Oh, it's a vinyl. Okay, nice. Pitch Black is here. 4K edition for £15, guys. Human Condition trilogy is only going to cost you 15. How's King of... Oh, I like that film, actually. Is Bloodstone... Bloodstone is fun. It's been a long time since I've seen Bloodstone, Brian, to be honest with you. It's cheesy fun, if I remember correctly. It's kind of like is that the one it's the one I'm thinking about. It's kind of an Indiana Jonesy, like a low rent Indiana Jones type of thing. But I might have totally the wrong one. Well, when I get to it, I'll see. Iguana with the Tongue of Fire has a vinyl there with a purple case. We got a vinyl for Zero Buys, a vinyl for Whirlpool. Amazing stuff. A Trip to the Moon Blu-ray. Crash, and I'm guessing the one you meant was King of New York, because King of Staten Island is a newer film, but King of New York is an excellent film with Christopher Walken. I really do enjoy the film, and I think it's underrated. The Game is here. It's all about the game. Tremors. Pitch Black, the Blu-ray of it. We have Sister Street Fighter. The Bloodthirsty trilogy is one I do recommend to people. A Blonde in Love, A Case for a Rookie Hangman. You know, those are the third window ones, right? What are they called? Third window, I think. No, second runs. Duh. We got the double feature of Ringo here, which is really good. Piss of Ringo and the Return of Ringo. Actually love that one. After Midnight is again another fun one. America is Seen by a Frenchman. Anti-Porno. I'm trying to remember that one. I don't think I've seen that one. Beyond the Door is a cool one for £10. The Bloodthirsty trilogy, that's a good one. Wheels, you picked up a good one there. Bicycle Thieves. Black Rainbow, Black Test Car plus Black Report, Blood Tide, a different blood one, Brian, but still a fun one. And there's Bloodstone. I want to see if it's the one I was thinking about, Brian. Yeah, this is definitely what I'm thinking about. I thought it was fun. I enjoyed it. I don't have this edition of it. I saw it years ago. But I'm pretty sure this was shot in Greece, I think. Well, one thing to go with and to see, and this might help you here, is when you look at the director there, that's Dwight H. Little. And if that name rings bells, it's because, well, Halloween Part 4, and of course, Rapid Fire. So he did the action movie Rapid Fire with Brandon Lee. So you know you've got somebody that can do action. Coffee's really good. It's my favorite of Pam Grier's films, actually, Richard. So I would strongly recommend Coffee. That would be definitely one that I would recommend for sure. Burst City, Cold Light of Day. It's a newer one. Creepshow 2 Standard Edition. We got things. I'm going to pass over some things here that I honestly don't know a lot about, unless you guys point them out to me. We got Dream Demon here. I'll pass by the ones that really aren't like. I would recommend anything Nika Masterakis, Hammer. What are you looking at? I'm a huge Nika Masterakis fan, so I can talk to you about some Nika Masterakis' work. If you're looking at stuff like Zero Buys, 100% get Zero Buys. That, for me, that's one of his best films. I love Zero Buys, and it stands the test of time too. And you kind of think you know where it's going, and honestly, most of the time you don't. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a severely good way. Nika Masterakis is one that I can. The one with Oliver Reed. It's an action movie that he did. Actually, that stars. I got that downstairs. Oh God, who's in that? Brian Thompson, I think. Definitely definitely a fun one. Brian Thompson worked with him a bit when he did the movie for the Vinegar Syndrome film, the one with God, where the guy keeps having dreams. Then like Brian Thompson was the best part of that film. I really like Brian Thompson, so I definitely would recommend that. Hiroshima's here. I'll put like a special note and like things that I can recommend that I've seen. Like there's a lot of things that I haven't seen or spent a long time, so I'll pass by. But if there's ones that you're looking at, definitely ask me. But I do have the Brian Thompson film downstairs. I thought it was really fun. Like it's a standard action film. Brian Thompson's the star of it. It's really cheesy. And there's going to be nudity because of Nika Masterakis. So you're pretty safe with Nika Masterakis. Lake Michigan Monster is here. Let's Go Out River, Little Nothings. Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence. Anything about David Bowie's amazing anyway. They got a ton of other... I wonder if they have any Shameless here. Because it's like 50 pages. Exorcist 3 Special Edition Blu-rays is here for £10. That's actually a really good price for that. The Far Country is an amazing Western, one that I do recommend. Anytime, Hammer, you have questions about, feel free to ask, man. Is £10. Some Mad Fox is here. Like there's some great like kind of classic films too, but I'm really passing by for the cheesier things that I like and I know a lot about. The Woman I really like. And I don't think that's the special edition with the extra film though. Valerie and Her Week of Wonders. There's a good Criterion to that one, but if you don't have the Criterion, you want to get like it for a cheap price, it's there for £10. Oh, there are some Criterion level films there. It's killing you. Warning from Space, Blu-rays here. Whispering Shadow, Witch Hammer. A ton of these cheesy ones that I would totally watch. Hey, they got the black vinyl for Autopsy. So if you guys like the Vinegar Syndrome like film Autopsy, you actually have the vinyl for it. Got a vinyl for Death Smiles on a Murder. That's a good one. Kaltiki, black vinyl. That's actually pretty cool. Death Walks on High Heels. That would be a good vinyl. Eric the Conqueror, of course. Vinyl at Samara Bava. I guess I can do the vinyl of those now, eh? A lot of record. If you're a record collector, man, you're made in the shade here. Ah, nice. So here we got a Vinyl for Pieces, one of my favorite films. Here's a Blu-ray that I got to grab down the road. One that I really like. This film I saw on Shudder was excellent. One Cut of the Dead. Really like that film. It looks like it was put up by Third Window in the UK. Black Mama, White Mama, 100%, man. Pick that up. It's really different than you think. Oh, yeah. They do books. They do records. Aero's kind of... This Tetsu, the Iron Man, Tetsu 2 Body Hammer, this was actually gifted to me. That was my first Third Window that I own, actually. There we got the soundtrack for the Zero Boys. A lot of soundtracks there. Okay, here's a film I can strongly recommend. A new collection form without a vinyl. 52 Pickup is a really good film with Roy Schreider and Anne Margaret. Great role for John Glover. Plays a fantastic bad guy in this. I really like 52 Pickup. If you're an adult film fan, you can. There's kind of a little game you can play, like spot the adult stars that are actually in this, like not in adult roles, in like regular roles, but in 52 Pickup, because there's a few of them. There's actually a featurette on the Aero edition that talks about the adult actors that are in the film. An American Werewolf in London Standard Edition, that's actually a fantastic one. Prince the Murder Before We Vanish, Being John Malkovich. Hey there, George. Welcome, man. I'm guessing you're availing of the sale, right? Welcome back, George. Because this is a big sale, man. Black Angel, which is again another classic. Black Moon Rising. Got Black Venus here. 52 pack. Oh yeah, 50 pack was fantastic. I got the Kino edition. No features on the Kino edition, unfortunately. Blanche is here. You can buy the. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. You can buy his films there separately as well. Blood Rage. That isn't cranberry sauce. That one I love. I got to say, I do love that one. Bloody Spearman. Fuji. Bob and Carol and Ted and Alice. I really like that film, actually. Born Yesterday, the original version. Also love Brain Damage, especially if you're a fan of Count Zachary, the Horrible Horrors. Bride of Reanimator. I got the limited edition of that one. That was actually really cool. Keltiki I really liked, actually. Keltiki was a really fun one. It was the special effects on it were directed by Mario Bava, and it's kind of like a Blob meets Quatermass type of thing. Of course, Candyman is here. Cemeteries with Crosses, which actually was written by Argento. Well, partially written by Argento, anyway. I haven't seen The Passions of Darkly Noon in years, man. But if anybody can remember it, like better than me, like give them like let them know. Children of Men is here. City of the Living Dead, of course. My voice will be gone before this is over. Climax, Closely Observed Trains. Conan Tate's a fun film. Cops versus Thugs, Crime and Punishment. One of my most wanted films that I still don't own, Crimes of Passion. I love Crimes of Passion. I used to rent that one from my video store over and over and over again. I just really liked one. I thought Kathleen Turner was incredibly sexy, and I was a super fan of Anthony Perkins. Oh, yeah, that's right. You spent a lot recently, George. And I'm a huge Anthony Perkins fan, and he is so good in this movie. I love Ken Russell too. So this was almost like, if you enjoy The Reflecting Skin, I'm pretty sure you're like Passion Dark Noon. This was like a dream for me because I got Kathleen Turner, Anthony Perkins, and directed by Ken Russell. So that's for me. That's like a perfect evening. Cruising is here with Al Pacino. Dark City of Charlton Heston. Dave Made a Maze. Deadbeat at Dawn. I don't. I mean, I want it so bad, Dungeon. I've wanted it for ages, and it's always on my list to grab. But I haven't picked up any like Aero videos in quite a while. Like any stuff that I've gotten recently from Aero has been gifted to me. Like people like George actually, who sent me the Gruffy set, which I'm very grateful for. Hey there, Alvin. Welcome. Deadbeat by Dawn has some great features on it too. I don't have the physical copy of Deadbeat by Dawn, but they had an Aero like sale around a year ago, and it was like $2, so I picked it up for like for the digital edition with special features. Oh, if you like her and Jewel Denal and the Romantic Stone, then you're gonna love her as a sexy prostitute in this film. Deadly Manor is a fun Jose Larraz film. I actually like it. It's one of his 80s ones. Oh, Kalatiki's a really good cinematic collector. 100% recommend Kaltiki. Yeah. So many directors are, man. DEFCON 4 shot here in Nova Scotia. Demon Lover, Detective Bureau 2-3, Go to Hell, Bastards. I didn't say it. I'm reading the plot. I'm reading the title. Doberman Cop, Don't Torture Duckling. If you do not have Don't Torture Duckling in your collection yet, I will strongly recommend that you pick this up. Did you like Valentine, Matthew? Actually spoke with, well, I emailed Jamie after the, actually last night, and spoke with Wall from Howling Wolf Records as well. And there's some really great stuff coming up from Howling Wolf. That is Donnie Darko, Wayne. So there's a soundtrack to the Prowler, the original Prowler, coming up from Howling Wolf, and I'm hoping to have that in my hands before it goes live, and I'll do a review of that one here if I'm able to grab it, because that's going to be a good one. I'm a huge slasher fan, and have the soundtrack to the Prowler in my collection. That's coming in 4K. You think so? Yeah, you're probably right. You know. Doom Asylum is here. It's a cheesy one. Eaten Alive, I really like. So there's one that I do enjoy. I think it's an underrated Tobe Hooper film. I think Neville Brand is fantastic in it. Then there's Edge of the Axe. Again, another fantastic one. I'm hoping to have Jamie on again in the future, by the way. So keep an eye out for that. I'll let you guys know ahead of time before I get him back on. There's a couple other people that I'm hoping to have on too in the near future, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. Alvaro Misses of the Dark's a fun one. We got Eric the Conqueror here, the movie. Evil Ed, that's the twisted one. Oh, there's some great kills in that film. My favorite scene, Matthew, was still that sequence in the art, like when the art exhibit's going on. Deep Digs Impossible? Really? Fear and Loathing Las Vegas, Flowers in the Attic. Flowers in the Attic is fun, but they took out the... it's cheesy fun, but in all honesty, I think it's at Hallmark or Lifetime. Ever put out like Flowers in the Attic, the television film? Way better. Gas Food Lodging is here. Got some like quality stuff here. Gosford Park. Hard to Kill is, I'm guessing, the movie that you asked about with George Kennedy, Brian Thompson, and Oliver Reed. Well, Jamie made it great. He's an incredible dude. Hitchhike to Hell, Hold Back the Dawn. But here's another one I don't have that you guys are going to be shocked about, and I'm actually shocked I don't own it, and that's Horror Express. I love Horror Express. One of my favorites when I was a kid. I'd watch it over and over again. I actually do have the Fear and Loathing of Criterion, from Criterion as well. I actually found it at a village. Howling 2. Sybil Danning. That's all I can say with Howling 2. Sybil Danning, man. Immoral Tales, I really like. Images, I don't have that one. Robert Altman. I just got to get that one down the road. In the Aftermath. Irma Vep. Island of Death. Interesting film. About Nico Mastorakis. Not my favorite, but definitely one of the ones that people like want for different reasons. But it's okay. There's parts of it I like. There's parts of it that are insane. It's not the typical Nico Mastorakis film. Jake Speed, exactly. Horror Express is one of those. It's like one of those TV staples, Warlock, where basically you could come on, you know, and you flip through the channels back in the day when that was a thing. You just stop and watch it. Zavi Hall, 80 Films version of Eyeball, Come Drink With Me. That's some amazing stuff, man. There's a lot of nice stuff here. I'm passing by some stuff so I can maintain my voice a bit. A Madhouse was fun. I kind of like Madhouse. Of course, Life Force. Everybody's got Life Force. It's a fantastic little film. You got Mathilda May walking naked through almost the entire film. Why? How can you not have that? Matinee. That's another one I need to get. Mega Time Squad. Microwave Massacre. Miracle Mile. My Life as a Dog. My Name is Julia Ross. This is actually a really cool film. I watched this one when I had the Criterion channel. My Name is Julia Ross was actually remade like years later. Cool points to whoever can figure out what it was called. Without looking it up, I'll give you a hint. Roddy McDowell's in it. There's That's a quest for you. What was my name? Is Julia Ross remade as? We got two disc edition of Old Boy here, Nightbreed Standard Edition, One-Eyed Jacks, Phantasm autograph, Phantasm on its own. Get a classic film. Everybody should have Phantasm in their collection. Whether you got them all or not, like I recommend all of them. But if you're just going to grab like one Phantasm film, let it be the first one. We got Phantom Lady, Pit Stop with by Jack Hill. I'm pretty sure it's Jack Hill. Property is no longer a theft. Pulse, which I actually did like, the original Pulse. Not the remake. The remake's horrible. Rawhead Rex. I got a really good Kino edition of that, but that looks pretty good as well. Return the Killer Tomatoes with, of course, George Clooney in that one. And I love Return the Killer Tomatoes. Especially its ending, Big Breasted Tomatoes. Go to the beach and take their tops. It's really cool. Anyway, The Ring. I'd recommend The Ring set if you can grab that one. Robocop, Director's Cut. Again, the Robocop edition is amazing. I like Man v Film. The last couple of videos seem to be like centric towards like Aero. I'm not sure if he just feels kind of like burnt by them or not. I do like the channel though; it's really good. Satan's Blades here. Yeah, exactly. Satan's Blades super fun. Scared Stiff's a fun one too. Schlock and of course 16 Candles. I love the ad sequence where they run out of money. There's a sequence of Dungeon Studios talked about. What's my overall take on the titles Aero's been releasing in the past year? Do you feel they're putting out? No, not at all, actually. I think it's overdue, if anything. We've gotten Suspiria on 4K. And, you know, just to put it out there, not everybody, like people like me, got Birth Curse of Plumage when the limited edition came out. Not everybody were able to get it at that time. So the fact that there could be that Birth Curse of Plumage is coming out and hopefully Phenomenon could come out in 4K, I think that's actually a really good thing. Hey there, Jamie. Have you seen the sale yet, Jamie? Have you seen this Aero sale? It definitely now's the time to switch. He's right. Like now is the time to switch to 4K. Obviously, still buy your DVDs and your Blu-rays. Blu-rays always sell the best anyway. That's the DVDs always sell the best anyway. But still, I love my Blu-rays and I love my 4Ks as well. So, Birth Curse of Plumage, I 100% recommend that. Jamie, it's an amazing sale. There's so much going on here, and it looks like there's some things that I thought were sold out before. We got Sleeping Dogs here, So Dark the Night, Spider Baby, classic Jack Hill film, with the late Sid Haig, and a very early role for him. Does not look at all like him. The more 4K, the better, actually. Yeah, 4K has been out for a while now, so it's about time we're starting to get some good 4K. And for me, good 4K means some genre 4K. That's why I love what Blue Underground's doing. That's why I love what Aero Video's doing. Here's the thing: if you see a limited edition Blu-ray come out with a 4K remaster from Aero, or you see a limited edition Blu-ray come out from Blue Underground, right? Or you did in the past, then you've got to ask yourself, do you want to grab that limited edition right now, or do you want to wait for a 4K edition? Because if there's a 4K remaster right there, and the company's already starting to do 4Ks, then there's a good chance that they'll put it out. Now, the one thing that a lot of people have to remember is that just because we have 4K, and so a lot of people have 4K, not everybody does. So where some people get upset, like, oh man, I just bought Zombie on like limited edition, and now they're putting it at 4K. Well, yeah, because there's a lot of people that bought that Zombie limited edition that don't care that it's 4K, that there's a 4K coming out, because you know what? They don't have a 4K, and that Blu-ray 4K remaster of it is going to be the best they can get. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on it. To keep it in like more of like a yay, I guess, type of stance. Stormy Mondays one I actually really like. Spider Baby's definitely underrated, Antoine. I 100% agree with you. We got Street Mobster, Suture, Story of Sin. Texas Adios is here. Andromeda Strain. The Baby is such a weird film. I love The Baby, though. It is a strange film. Great twist at the end of this film. If you've never seen The Baby, like, don't, if you, and you buy it, like, don't look at anything before you watch the film, because, yeah, it's gonna take you somewhere. The Big Clock, excellent film with Ray Milland and Charles Laughton. If you've never seen The Big Clock, I strongly recommend that one. That's a really great film. I also enjoyed The Bloodstained Butterfly. Like, really, really enjoyed The Bloodstained Butterfly. It's a different one, and I guessed the twist, but I wasn't upset that I guessed the twist. I felt that it played fair. And I always like when these films play fair. The old DVD of Andromeda. That's all I got to think of Andromeda Strain is the old DVD. The Burning. Well, everybody's got The Burning by now. That's one. Boondock Saints is there. Chill. So I know I've seen Chill Factor years ago. Do not remember it at all. Like, I don't have one iota of memory for Chill Factor. But I love the freaking cover. Like, in all honesty, like, look at this cover. Look how awesome this cover is. This movie could suck. I don't remember. But, oh my God, is this an amazing cover for a film. Last Starfighter is one I saw in the theater, William. Loved that film. Truly loved that film. City of the Dead, again, a fantastic. Case of the Scorpion's Tail, I actually really like the Sergio Martino. Actually, you're pretty safe with any Sergio Martino giallo, actually. Joe D'Alessandro is The Climber. Comedy of Terrors. Anything price is good. See, that's one I got to grab down the road, Jamie. The Creeping Garden, The Driller Killer. Gotta love The Driller Killer. I like Abel Ferrer. I almost bought his like adult film and Vinegar Syndrome, but the title is just, I can't get past the title. Fifth Chord, love the Fifth Chord. Forbidden Photos of Lady Above Suspicion. I love Giallo. Farmer's Balls there. And Giallo for is a must. I agree. Well, the genre there Passat. Well, you, sir, have a great collection. The Hills of Eyes Part 2. Now let me make a case for The Hills of Eyes Part 2. You may think you've seen all the sequels with great flashbacks, but only The Hills of Eyes Part 2, only The Hills of Eyes Part 2 is going to go out there and is going to give you the dog from the first film having a flashback. That's how much they padded this film. Even the dog gets a flashback in this movie. Grand Duel with Lee Van Cleef. If you love Westerns, that's a really good one. I liked Hard Hand. I do tend to lean more towards the spaghetti Westerns, though. Iguana with the Tongue of Fires here. Did you really? What? Jamie, so the dog flashback, was that something that he put in pretty much just to grab the... To grab the that'll be fun. It was. It stands out. Let's be honest. Like, Hills of Eyes Part 2, not exactly the greatest sequel, but if you ask anybody anything about The Hills of Eyes Part 2, the dog flash, everybody remembers it. As cheesy as it is, everybody remembers the dog flashback. You sound grinders releasing. But you still got the films you wanted, though. Like, just... That's the good thing there. Exactly. It pads at the film. The Initiation. So if you're a slasher fan and you do not have Daphne Zuniga in The Initiation, you do not have a completely great slasher collection. I don't have this Blu-ray, but I actually got a DVD. I got to upgrade to the Blu-ray. The Initiation is one of my favorite old school slashers. Be interested, Jamie, did you like The Initiation? Because this is a film I truly love. I like the twist in it. I like the way that it was done, the way that it was set up. I really love the actors in this. I think the shipping's not that bad, really, I don't think. And it comes really quickly. I agree, Jason. Initiation is always one of those underrated, like, slasher films that I strongly recommend. House Collection, nice. That is a really good collection. I have that one. Great features on that, by the way, Movie Geek. Last House on the Left, which everybody has anyway, so we all grabbed this limited. Everybody that wanted Last House on the Left probably grabbed limited edition. I love Zuniga. She's fantastic. Major the Minors here. The Mutilator. So, little thing. Also known as Fall Break. Got an amazing song, Fall Break, which sticks in your head, right? And it does not suit the movie at all, but it's a fantastic little song getting a film called Fall Break. But The Mutilator is so much fun. And I think what I like about The Mutilator, what I really like about it, is that I actually, for a kind of a cheaper, low-budget film, I really actually like the actors. So I cared for the characters. I actually did. Like, for the little amount of time that he had, I actually cared. I felt bad when the characters died. And, you know, you can get like a Friday 13th that won't do that for you. But I actually felt that for The Mutilator. And there's some hilarious. The pool scene's hilarious now. The House Collection. Oh, so you got the North American one with parts 1 and 2. I had to grab the no sequence. Yeah. I had to grab the one when we had the sale on last year with the 4 of them, because House 4 is really hard to find here in North America. So and plus I had the Scream Factory edition of House 3, but it was a kind of a cut edition of it. That definitely it is region free, I think. Zanzrak's are really cool, really nice guy. Eaten Alive, Bloody Birthday, Out Sweet Out. She got great stuff, man. Basket Case, Vamp, and Blood Games. So that's not a bad price. Come on, grind this video. I'm missing all the Cauldron stuff, man. The Prey, that's another cool one. I don't remember this one very well, but this is alternate artwork, right? Wasn't there an artwork for the Prey with just an axe and like a tree or something like that? Pajama Girl case is here. There's some great stuff here, guys. The Running Man. This also a shout out. Oh, Jamie, William Katz in the. Oh, you probably knows. William Katz in the 4th House film. For a bit, for a little bit. Spoiler alert. It was a slip. Okay, thanks, Warlock. I didn't know. Oh, there's a hell nature footage. Yeah, one thing I was going to say is Aero Academy is going away. They're being folded into Aero Video. So from here on out, any of these, you know, what you quote unquote Class A releases, Criterion-esque releases, is going to be under the Aero Video logo. So if you are a collector and you want to grab some soon to be able to print titles, at least with its original logo, then you may want to look at some of these Aero Academy titles, because the Aero Academy title, Aero Academy logo, as you see it now, is going. So The Running Man, for instance, is an Aero Academy title. If they repress this, it's probably going to be an Aero Video title. So if you want to have it with its original Aero Academy, if that matters to you, if you want to have it with the original Aero Academy logo and you want to have like a small collection maybe of Aero Academy, or if you already got a collection of Aero Academy titles and you want to grab some more before they all go away, this is the time. Says this region. I should check. I got it downstairs, Thomas. I'll look in a second for you. The Senders here, Serpent's Egg, the Slayer. I think there's only one that's region B. The Slayer. Slayer's fun. Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mrs. Osborne. That wasn't in the set, was it? Aero. I'm surprised that Umbrella didn't put that, actually. Suspicious Death of Minor is really good. Is Strip Nude for Your Killer out of print? I'm not sure. We'll see if it's there. Great release, by the way. And I really love Strip Nude for Your Killer. It's an Andrew Bianchi film. And Bianchi is like, his films are insane. I love his stuff. I got Reanimator movie. I had the choice to get the kind of the 2-disc edition of Reanimator, right? And fool that I am. Hey, Darwin. Hey there, Master Chaos. I actually got the Steelbook, the FYE Steelbook, limited edition for Reanimator. Get it home. It only has the 1 disc in it. It doesn't have the second disc with the ultimate, like with the other cut of the film, which is what I wanted it for. So I ended up like getting the going into that sale that I mentioned before, that digital sale that Aero did, and grabbing the digital edition of that until I could get it to just so I could have the extra features from that second disc and the other title. Academy stuff is excellent. And Master Cast, this is the time, because like I said before, Aero Academy is going. So if you want to have some Aero Academy titles on your shelf, you want to like say, okay, this is a label. Yes, it's going to be folded in Aero, but if you want to have Aero Academy titles, you want to see some sexy Aero Academy stuff, this is how you do it. So I am going to put this here on Suspicious Death of Minor for a second. I'm going to go grab my edition of House and a couple of the Aero Academy titles. It's only going to take me a second. I'll be right back. So enjoy for a second. Hi, I'm back. So I was going to show you guys the House set and check that. So let's put me full screen for a second. All right, so this is the House collection right here. This edition here has all 4 films in it. And it says on the back, Region B. Let's look on the inside. I like that in Driving, actually. I really like that film. So it looks like the reason that the sets were done as this was on Region B. So House, you can see the artwork here. Number 1 is Region AB. House 2 is Region AB. But House 3, the horror show, and House 4 are listed as Region B. Now, I haven't checked them to see if they actually are Region B, but they're listed as Region B, so I'm pretty sure that's a safe bet that that they're going to be Region B. This is a beautiful set if you ever get a chance to get it. No, there's no book in the unlimited release. This is the unlimited release. Well, sort of, Iceman. They did the horror show, but there's something that you should know. Is that this one here, this version of House 3, this version of the horror show, has a alternate, uncut European version of it that is not on the Scream Factory. It's not on Scream Factory release. So I can check while we're here. It's only take me a second. So let's do that. I apologize if anything goes. I'm going to try and mute this before I do it. So I'm going to check for you guys here live right now. So I have my Xbox here. I have House 4. And we'll see if House 4 comes up as a region error, or if we get to see it on the Xbox. Now remember, the Xbox is region locked to region A. So let's find out if we get the error message. Looks like we're going to get the error message. I see a gray screen. Wait a second. So I have House 4 in the right now on my screen in an Xbox. Jason checks as well. Okay, perfect. And just to be sure, I'm going to select a special feature. And if the special feature plays, because sometimes the movie will play, but the special features won't. Excellent. All right. There you go, guys. I hope that answers your question. The UK set, Jamie, if you wanted to get all 4 of them, the UK set of House 1 to 4 is region free. Even though it says region locked on it, it looks to be region free. I didn't check part 3, but Jason checked part 3, and I trust Jason. So definitely 100% grab that. There is alternate artwork on the House box set. There is featurettes for every single one of the films. Another good thing to know. Definitely well worth getting. Exactly. Sometimes features an older disc won't play on older players, but this is a brand new disc. It looks like this one is region free. Shh, don't tell, but there you go. As always, guys, I would do everything I can to make this a lot easier for all of you. Sets that I recommend before I go any further. If you don't have them, I'm going to go full screen again for a second. If you don't have this right here, the Killer Dame set, I thought this was I was sure this was out of print. Whether they put out the standard edition of this, or they just re-released the set, or they just found some extra ones. Yeah, Killer Dames is in print now. You get 2 fantastic films on here. Great artwork, great special features. Red Queen kills 7 times, and they got Sybil Danning interview on here as well. Interview with Stephen Thrower. We get the Night Evelyn Came Out of the Grave. Again, another fantastic one. Like, I'm pretty sure everyone's doing this one. I know Erica Blanc is. Well, say it. I know Erica Blanc is anyway. So, Erica Blanc has a unique look to her. Also, I recommend Death Walks Twice. A really cool set from Luciano Ercoli. You get Death Walks on High Heels, and you get Death Walks at Midnight. And both of these star Navarro, Neves Navarro, otherwise known as Susan Scott, and her has her North American name. Yeah, that's the thing, Warlock. They released these again as singles, right? Because it was out of print. But right now, Warlock, if you look on the site right now, at the very first page, if you go from high to low, these are back. So I think it's like the case of them finding some extra copies, because they're listed as limited editions. If they were listed as like a standard edition, I could understand. Also, I grabbed a few of the Aero Academy editions here. They're just giving you an idea what Aero Academy is like, see if it's something that you want to grab. So an Aero Academy lineup in your library kind of looks like, let me get it right, like this. And it looks actually kind of cool. So maybe one has some Aero Academy. So there you see the Aero Academy logo right along there. Got movies like Network, The Big Knife, great Jack Palance film actually. Force of Evil. This is in the film Noir box set, I think. The Big Combo. I'm pretty sure that's in the box as well. They're not selling King New York. Definitely worth the pickup, man. Burt Lancaster in The Train. Love this film, by the way. Naked City also has some of my favorite artwork. And of course, Immoral Tales. Actually, see, Warlock, if it wasn't an unlimited reprint, then it would say unlimited, or it wouldn't say anything on it. But I'm pretty sure you can go back to the disc itself, to the set. I'm pretty sure it lists as limited edition there. And if it lists as limited edition, then that's not an unlimited reprint. That means it's the initial ones. So because I'm curious and I have to know, I'm going to open this up in another page. We're going to go over here, go to the Easter Carnage sale, go by high to low. And yeah, right here, like it clearly lists Death Walks Twice and Killer Dames as limited editions. Tell Wall, thank you so much. I sent him a thank you email today, Jamie. I'm looking to hopefully, if he's not too shy, I'm looking to hopefully try to have him on at some point. Or maybe have you both on. Maybe there's a way to do it too. I'd like to get him to talk about his about the company. My better half has a really nice idea, which I'll email you anyway, so information on. Maybe convention, exactly. So guys, big alert right now. If you wanted to get the Giallo box sets and you didn't grab them before, these are officially the limited edition box sets. Wall is amazingly, what an amazing guy. And honestly, Jamie, the stuff that he does, I'm so excited. I love those soundtracks and the linear notes so much. So needless to say, I'm really excited. Killer Dames. If you don't have these, Jamie, by the way, I'm sure you got them. But if you don't have them, Death Walks Twice and Killer Dames, 100% recommendation. And this 4-film noir classic is an official Aero Academy box set. So just to put it to you this way, this is an Aero Academy box set. Aero Academy. Oh, people grabbed them already? Oh, man, Shadow. I tried to help, guys. Apparently, Shadow said that they're sold out, Jamie, unfortunately. I do apologize. I thought they were there. So with Aero Academy going, if you want to get Aero Academy actual box set, 4-film noir classics is a great box set to get. And it is it will have all 4 films have the Aero Academy logo. And you got The Dark Mirror, Secret Behind the Door, Force of Evil, The Big Combo. I would kind of love to have an Aero Academy set. I don't have one. Anyway, let's get back to this stuff. I do apologize, guys. I did know that was sold out because most of them, when you go on them, they'll have sold out listed there. I'll grab and looking at Killer Dames just to see. Yeah, it is sold out now. But as you're looking through this, guys, make sure that you're looking to see if any of these here are limited editions, because there could be some stuff that has not yet sold out. Yeah, because I saw, like, down here, the listed Creepshow 2 was sold out. When I first saw it, it wasn't sold out, but that was before I did this. All right, we got more pages to go through. Actually, you guys can kind of thank Wall for this video right here tonight, because he sent me a really nice email. And he said that he uses some of these videos to help choose some movies that he wants to pick out. And I said, you know what? Hopefully that's what a lot of people come here to do, to help find films that they like and help, like, talk to other people to get, like, ideas on films. Thank you, Marvin. All right, The Visitor. I love The Visitor. I call it Space Jesus. But yeah, Storm would be a hard one to get, like, the sequel to. Great film, though. Here's one I really like. And you guys can't know what you think. You guys know I'm a Nuka Masterakis fan, like stuff. The Wind. I actually like The Wind with Meg Foster. Pretty sure it's Meg Foster, because she's got these really blue eyes. I'm pretty sure it's Nico, says Will. Yeah, it is Nico. I thought it was Nico. More than likely Movie Geek, because they probably already impressed at the house ones to go region, to sell them in both regions. There was probably, like, an issue, and so they just had to, like, at that point, more. What I'm going to just surmise is that they probably had to sell them only in the UK, and the discs were probably already pressed region free, but they had to list region B on them to you know, just to get past it. Well, Nico actually directed these. I think he acted in a few, didn't he? The Yakuza Papers is here. You can buy them, like, all separately. There used to be a set of this. Zero buys. 110% recommend zero buys. This is such a fun title. In my mind, it's probably Nico's best film. Oh, yeah, it's a good time to get the Herschel and Lewis set. Like, not everyone, the Lewis films are for me. I do have the set, but that documentary is just so good. Exactly. Great Warlock. The great idea. People can check the Aero YouTube channel if there's things releases that they're not quite sure on. I think Zero Buys is one where the trailer's not going to give it to you on what the film actually is. So I would 100%, like, if you're going to blind buy a film, Zero Buys is one of them. Thailand, very solid film. Great. To Live and Die in LA is a favorite film of mine. I love that film. I love the soundtrack. For those that don't know, when I started doing, like, the live videos, To Live and Die in LA, I would listen to that song right before I made video. Charlie's Farm, the Australian, years ago. I haven't heard that name in years. Is there any chance of that one coming up from Umbrella? Or is it and I missed out on it, Jamie? Because that one I don't know. George likes The Wind. The Wind is great. Tower of London, of course. Classic Vincent Price. Trapped Alive is kind of fun. Toys Are Not for Children. 12 Monkeys. Has Charlie's Farm got a good release? Because I don't think I have that. I think I haven't seen that since VHS days. Like, that's a big throwback, Alan, man. Wake Up and Kill, actually, like the film. Okay, here's a film that I like that you guys are going to crucify me for. Loved Waterworld. I'm going to put it out there. Love Waterworld. Marvin, I recommend Zero Buys. Let me know. Really, let me know what you think after you see it, because I want your thoughts on it. Because it starts out one way and then it does a big twist and goes into a totally different type of film. Was it made in the last several years? I'm thinking of a different movie. I am totally thinking of a different film. I'm gonna see. Now I'm curious. So this is not the one I'm thinking of. Oh, 2014. Okay, I have not seen Charlie's Farm. What am I thinking of? Now that's going to be killing me all night. Uh, but Tara Reid's in it, and Nathan Jones, Kane Hodder, Bill Moseley. Yeah, I'm a big Tara Reid fan. Jamie knows that. And I haven't seen this. Nathan Jones. So that's Nathan Jones. Like he was in like wrestling for a while. I'm guessing it's that, or is it the Nathan Jones is in like the football guy? No, it's the big guy, the wrestler. Well, ex-wrestler. Mm-hmm. If you order from, well, Dave, this is a UK site, so if you're ordering these from here, like Unobstructed View does have like a sale on too. But if you're ordering these from here, you like just check on them. It'll let you know which they are. Some of these, I'm thinking Frenchman. Thank you. I'm glad you mentioned that because that would have killed me all night. I'd have been up like looking for that all night long. Horror movie with the title frame. Weird Science. I love Weird Science. It was my age range for that one. I love the fact that so many people love To Live and Die in L.A. George liked it. Jamie liked it. Sin Arcadia was his favorite Friedkin film. And the ending, man, it gets me every time. Yeah, I got mixed up, Alan. What Have You Done to Solange? Classic Giallo. Early role for Camilla Keaton, actually. Great film. She actually plays Solange in the film. If you do not have this, well, Unobstructed View is in Canada. They're actually in Ontario, Dave, so they would be sending out Region A discs. So, White of the Eye. I love Weird Science. I love the song. I love Ongo Bongo. That's how I kind of discovered them, I think. Actually, or did I discover Weird Science because I liked Ongo Bongo? I can't remember which. Ongo Bongo, for those that know, it was Danny Elfman's group before he went on his own, did his own stuff. White of the Eye is such an amazing one. And the reason to get it from here and to not get the Scream Factory edition of it is there's a feature-length documentary on Donald Cammell, the director of White of the Eye and of many other films. His life is fascinating, and the documentary is incredibly well done. So if you have never seen White of the Eye, one, it's a fantastic film. You should own it. If you have never heard of Donald Cammell, I 100% recommend checking out White of the Eye because the documentary alone is worth it. And if White of the Eye would have been even like a kind of middling, iffy film, I'd still recommend it. White of the Eye, however, is a genius film. And the documentary is incredible as well. Bill Paxton was genius in everything. He's just so good. I was thinking the Frenchman's Party. Willie Dynamite's here. Wolf Guy. Woman is the Future of Man. Tale of the Cinema. Woman on the Run is here. Yakuza La. A Bay of Blood. Maro Bava classic. Oh, Jamie, you don't have White of the Eye. Let me know what you think, Jamie. The documentary on White of the Eye, 100% worth getting it for. Like, no hyperbole at all. I mean, his life, he didn't live a long life, and I'm sure you know a lot about him anyway, but the documentary is fascinating. There's some bonus, like some short films and stuff on there as well. It's a loaded disc. A Bay of Blood is on here, and oh, they know what they can do with those Allen films. I've been watching that documentary. No, not even touching it. Not even going on there. Bay of Blood's excellent. It's such a fun film. And it's one of those kind of fun, cheesy ones you can watch anytime. Bay of Blood is firmly tongue-in-cheek for Bava. It's a slasher body count film. Of course, everybody has Battle Royale. If you don't, they're doing a 4K. If you got a 4K player, wait for the 4K for Battle Royale. If not, grab the Blu-ray. It's a fantastic film. Big Trouble in Little China. It's one of my favorites. I love Big Trouble in Little China. Black Mama, White Mama. not what I thought it was going to be when I saw this when I was younger. It kind of blew my mind because I thought it was going to be this specific, kind of like style film, this kind of blaxploitation, almost like a Defiant Ones type of thing, turned into something totally different, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm right with you, Jamie. Blade of the Immortals here. Blood and Black Lace. Okay. A note for people that are grabbing the Bava stuff, the stuff that you should, one thing you should know. If you have a Reach and Free player, and you're getting like the Kino editions, sometimes you got to buy like 2 Kino titles to get like both editions of a film. But with the Aero editions of the Bava titles, they'll have both editions of the film on there. So you wouldn't have to buy Blood and Black Lace and let's say Blood and Black Lace international version or American cut. Both cuts are on the film. Many of the Bava ones were like 3-disc editions. Another fantastic release with an insanely large documentary is Bring Me the Head of Alfredo Garcia. It's a personal favorite of mine. I know it's not one of the more popular films it's not one of Peckinpah's most popular films, but I'm a huge fan of the film. I'm a huge fan of the extras on this film because it has the Sam Peckinpah Man of Iron feature-length documentary, the 1993 documentary. And I think it has something like 3 or 4 hours of bonus interviews. Scream Factory is more. I think the Scream Factory edition, Big Trouble, is what I got. I don't have the Aero edition of that one, so I guess I chose well on that one though. Usually it's the opposite though. Cheeky, which is of course a film by Tinto Brass. I like Tinto Brass. Catfight I really liked. It was one of the more modern films I actually really enjoyed. War Notes. Dungeon, I'm glad you said his name because I was actually blanking on his name, to be bluntly honest with you. Did you watch the Arcade? Did you watch the documentary? There's an insane amount of features on there. I chose well. Coffee, my favorite Pam Grier film. Love Coffee. I don't think Pam Grier, but Pam Grier gets more gorgeous every year. That's hands down. Here's a cool little title that I can recommend, and because I watch a lot of features, I can recommend movies with really good features. Contamination, for instance. It's a Lucio Cozzi film. And Lucio Cozzi, of course, he runs a bookstore now, like Profondo Rosso for Deep Red for Argento. But he was he started out as a writer, writing for fanzines and stuff like that. And he made his way up to be a director. There's I think around an hour long interview with the director Lucio Cozzi on Contamination, and I'll be honest, it's fascinating. Me and my better have watched it, and then we watched it again. The Replacement. See, so yeah, some of these I can tell you. Here we go. Another one that is high. Urban Legend, yeah, exactly. She was so good. Daniel Isn't Real. Now, if you're following Jamie Blanks on Twitter, then you'll notice that he shouted out this director and his latest film, which I haven't got to see it. Was supposed to be amazing. I have, however, seen Daniel Isn't Real, and I will second Jamie's response on that one. Daniel Isn't Real is an amazing, engrossing film that if you haven't seen it, I'm guessing most of you've seen this on Shudder, it's worth owning. And it's one that I do want to own a physical copy of because huge fan of this director. Cannot wait to see the next film because some really cool, challenging, trippy stuff. And Daniel Isn't Real was so good. Crimson Peak, I really enjoyed Crimson Peak. I know some people, I'm not sure what people wanted with Crimson Peak, but I liked it. Russ Meyer box set. Unfortunately, Antoine, I love that set. I own that set. Discontinued right after I bought it, actually. Dan is Real is one of those films that you can watch over again. There's more, like you get different things and different viewings of it. Definitely one Warlock to grab. Dark Blue. I like Dark Blue. Kurt Russell. Not his best film, but I'm a sucker for Kurt Russell. David Cronenberg's early work. I bought the set that they did, the Videodrome set that had that on it, actually. Dave Anger, great Lee Van Cleef Western. I really love that one. Dead End Drive-In. Love Dead End Drive-In. I don't know if I've seen all the Dead or Alive trilogy with Takeshi Mikai, so I don't know if I can recommend that. But it's Takeshi Mikai, guys. Look, here you go. Here's the films: Death Walks at Midnight, Death Walks at High Heels. So you can still grab them. Like, let me make sure. Limited availability. Okay, Larry. Here, guys. Look at this stuff. As you're looking to put stuff into your cart, be very careful. If you see stuff like this, you might want to grab it. Anything Brian Trenchard Smith and commentaries as well. Brian Trenchard Smith. What an amazing guy for commentaries. Commentaries on films, commentary on trailers. You have a fantastic night, George. I'll talk to you soon, man. I'm always following yourself on Facebook, by the way. Even when you don't know it's me, I'm liking it. Deadly Blessing. Underrated. Wes Craven wasn't a huge fan of this one. But you know what? I really like Deadly Blessing. One of the neat things about this is I'm a fan of the movie Grease. I do. I like musicals. Sue me. I'm so jealous, Jamie, because Brian is up there. It's one, and again, another idol of mine. You're a giant walking among giants. And Deadly Blessing has. So, in the movie Grease, there's this kind of this preppy character. She has her hair in a ponytail all the time, and her character name is Patty Simcox. So, if you watch Deadly Blessing, then the girl that plays, she looks very different because her hair's down. The girl that plays Patty Simcox is one of the main girls in Deadly Blessing. So just we all know Sharon Stone, but just a little random Grease trivia there. Patty Simcox is one of the leads in Deadly Blessing. One of these days, Jamie, when this all craziness goes away, I'm going to get down to Melbourne. I'm going to have a drink, man. Okay, Deep Red. I don't think I have the set line about on Deep Red. It's a fantastic film. Deranged, a great film with a fantastic portrayal by Robert Blossom. We got Double Face here with Klaus Kinski. I'm a huge Klaus Kinski fan. Dr. Phibes Rises Again. I just love these cheesy fun films. Dress to Kill again. I think I got that one. No, I got that one from here. Duck Soup is here. Exactly. Deep Red. Deep Red it's a classic Giallo. Like Jamie mentioned it as his favorite of the Giallos, and hard to pick, but it is a great Giallo. You gotta have it. Empathy Incorporated. Now, I really like this film. I will take you up on that, Jamie, one of these days, because that's one thing I'd love to do. Has anybody seen Empathy Incorporated? It was on Shudder. It's a little independent film, black and white, kind of a Twilight Zone-esque type of premise. Basically, Empathy Incorporated. The idea is this guy, he's he's made some bad deals. He lost a lot of people's money, so he comes to live with his wife in his in her parents' house, and he gets this business proposition to put money into this place called Empathy Incorporated. And what it is it's like a VR type of thing where you can go and it's like you're living the life of someone else, like a poor person, somebody on the streets, that type of thing. And he finds out to his horror pretty quickly that people actually rich people are actually spending money to go into these people's bodies, these poor people's bodies, and commit heinous acts. How it goes from there, definitely check it out. I like Anthony Incorporated. Phantom of the Paradise, I love. No fight for me. I love Phantom of the Paradise. She's got Jessica Harper. FM, I like the soundtrack. I haven't seen FM in years. Love the soundtrack. I actually had the 8-track for FM when my my record player broke, and the 8-track, like part of the record player, broke first. Foxy Brown, again, another Pam Grier classic. You can't have enough Pam Grier in your life. Frankenhooker, I love this film. I saw this when it first came out. It had this VHS box. You'd press on the... oh, I'm having beer, too. But, we'll have tea afterwards. Frankenhooker, it had this box, and you press on it, and on a date would come up. I like that. Frivolous Lola, decent Tinto Brass film. Not my favorite, though. Cheeky is a much better Tinto Brass film, but Frivolous Lola is good. Future Shock, if you're a comic fan, if you're a sci-fi fan. 2000 AD, of course, was a European, and still is a European comic book. Many big things came out of that. That's where Judge Dredd came from. That's where so much and so much was inspired by. Definitely check that out. It's a fantastic documentary. Phantom of the Paradise, such a good one, by the way, guys. That my daughter, she bought the LP. So back behind me somewhere, I can't get it right now, but the vinyl soundtrack is there for Phantom of the Paradise. Heathers, love Heathers, but you know what? I love Heathers the musical. So I actually got the soundtrack to that. Really good. The Hellraiser ones, really cool, actually. I got the Scarlet box set, but you don't have the Scarlet box set. Really great way to get these. You got great artwork on these. One that I don't have that I really got to grab one these days is Henry George Closeau's Inferno. Inferno is I've always wanted to own this one. I haven't even seen it, but I've seen clips of it, and it looks really interesting. So if you want to buy the house ones separately, they're there. I got to check now. I mentioned the house set. I want to make sure that's actually available. I don't want to steer you guys around. Yep, still in stock. Okay. I just don't want to get you. I don't want to yeah, Scarlet. But I had to buy. That was a day one. Same as the Phantasm set. I had to grab those. They were day one buys for me. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. This is the way to get the Philip Kaufman's Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Aero's edition is just. Well, if you got the box set already, then you don't need it. 3 and 4 is all you need. And 3 is really fun, Jamie. I'm not sure if you got the Scream Factory edition or not, but I had the Scream Factory edition called The Horror Show. And I didn't realize that there was another edition, a longer edition, an uncut version of the film, an international version, but it's on the Aero edition. Invasion of the Body Snatchers, that's a great roundtable conversation on it. 100% worth grabbing it for. Jamaica Inn, there's some early Hitchcock stuff. Madman. I love Madman. Madman Mars. I still can't get over it. One of my, obviously, 2 favorite scenes from Madman, the car scene, the car hood scene, and, of course, the awkward hot tub sequence in Madman. I can't forget either one of those scenes. Malatesta's Carnival of Blood. Now, you can probably get this one a little bit cheaper if you buy if you just want that one, grab it there. But I would say, if you don't have the American Horror Project set, go for that. It's definitely a cheaper way to get it, or a better way to get it, because you get all 3 films. Man of a Thousand Faces is one I used to, this is another one I got to grab. Not this time, by the way, guys, but soon. That I watched a lot when I was a kid. And I love this one. I'm a huge James Cagney fan. I grew up watching a lot of James Cagney films. They used to show them a lot on CBC. And Man of a Thousand Faces is the ones they showed quite a bit. Maniac Cop, of course. Everybody's going to grab that one anyway, or probably already has it. Massacre, Mona Lisa, such a good film. Network, one of my favorites. and that's an Aero Academy release. Like I showed you guys over here before. This is a network right here. It is an Aero Academy, and it's got some cool features, like including the directors by Sidney Lumet. So there was a series that used to come on called The Directors, and each week they would do a documentary focusing on a different director. So this is the 1999 directors TV episode of with Sidney Lumet. Obsession, which is a really good Brian De Palma film. What a make your chat. I'm gonna say something. People are gonna hate this. I liked Obsession. Yeah, I'm gonna say this. I liked Obsession more than Vertigo because it had a happier ending. Vertigo hurt my feelings. It was Phantom of the Paradise. If you don't have it, you gotta have it. It's a great film. Phenomenon. I'm waiting for this one because I got a feeling this could be one that gets 4K. So I'd say wait on Phenomenon. Pieces. Most people got the grindest release of Pieces, but if you don't, definitely grab that. Do you have the Silly LeMay documentary? Psycho 2, of course. Pulp is actually, I like Pulp. Michael Caine. Raising Cain is an excellent film. It is an amazing movie, but I just want to wait, Warlock, because I've got a 4K player, so I want to see it. And I got a feeling it's the next 4K. I got a feeling that they're going to start doing those D'Argento limited editions, and I'm not at all upset about that. I think that's a good idea. Remo Williams. What's really cool about this one, guys, is much like some of the others that I mentioned, when I talk about Aero, I talk about like some of the special features. Remo Williams is one of those cheesy, fun films. I think it's by Dick Clark Studios, actually. Back in the day, based on the Destroyer series of novels. Anyway, so there is a feature-length documentary on 80s action films on here. I'd have to check. I'm really not sure. I don't have the. I think that I would have guessed that the Aero version is better. I think. I'll have to check. I don't know what the features are on the Scream Factory edition. Yeah, not only that, Warlock, Remo is fun. It's super fun. There's a hour-and-a-half long documentary on 80s films. I think it's called. Was it Reagan? Remo Reagan something. Like I'm not a small documentary, an actual full-length documentary. Remo, Rambo, Reagan, and Raids, the 80s action movie explosion. It was done by High Rising Productions. They have everybody talking on it. Some great stuff. If you love 80s action films, I 100% recommend picking that up. Rafifi, of course, it's a classic. Rollerball. I enjoyed Rollerball. That's the original Rollerball, by the way, not the one, not the WWE Studios one. Remo's a cat. If you don't have it, Iceman, that 80s documentary, 100% worth getting for. Runaway Train. Now, there's a Cannon film, but a Cannon film that was Oscar-worthy, actually. Really great film. Satanic Panic. Not just called Panic here. I really enjoyed this film. It was fun. It was funny. It went by at a quick click, too. And next up is one that I really like. I like Southern Gothic films. And Scalpel is that. If you've never seen Southern Gothic films, Scalpel's a really great place to start. I have this one. Better Half got this one for me as a surprise for Christmas around 2 years ago, I think. And man, if you have not seen this film, Judith Chapman, she's a famous soap opera star, is in this one. And how do I put this? A father and his daughter get in an argument, and the daughter disappears. So the grandparents die, and they leave all the money to the daughter, but there's no daughter around, and nobody knows where she's at. So the father, who's a plastic surgeon, he has his own clinic, finds this stripper who has just been beaten up and had her face cut up by an angry patron outside of the strip club. Like he's just driving by, and he picks her up, he helps her out, and he fixes her face to look, you know where this is going, guys, exactly like the daughter, so that they can get the inheritance. And soon they're also having an affair. So it's a really good film, and the twists do not stop there. Season of the Witch, of course, is George Romero. Adventures of Raymond Williams is the one William that has the documentary on it. Shock Treatment, again, another one that I like. This is the, gotta say it right, gotta remember the way that they said it. It's not a sequel, it's not a prequel, it's an equal to a Rocky Horror Picture Show. Some people agree with that, some people don't. I actually think Shock Treatment is a lot of fun, with a great little score. Not as iconic as Rocky Horror, but the cast definitely makes up for it. And Cliff Young in the dueling duet is incredible. Solomon's Travels with Joel McCrea and Veronica Lake is fantastic. Tales of Terror with Vincent Price. Tenebrae, my favorite Argento film right there, followed by another fantastic film, The Burbs. The Bumble Dr. Fives. Antoine, you have a fantastic night, man. In 3 minutes, guys, in 3 minutes, I'll be the big 5-0. 2 minutes out, looks like. The Apartment, The Beast Within surprises me. The Beast Within with Philip Murray. It was directed by Philip Murray. It's actually a really good, scary film. This is directed by the guy that directed Howling 2 and Howling 3, which are not scary films, but they're films. Bells of St. Mary. I didn't even know that Aero Academy put that out. There's the original Birth of Crystal Plumage. Blue Dahlia, The Black Cat. I'm actually going to have to go off here again in a minute, guys. Count Yorga Collection, which... Slugs. Yes, I love slugs. I have slugs. Juan Picar Simon. Juan Picar Simon. I love his stuff. But what am I doing right now? Okay, so we're probably going to have to look at the rest of the sale in about probably tomorrow. I would love to meet him, actually. I want to pick his brain. I am Aaron. I am 50 in 1 minute. And I got a feeling I might have some messages from my kids. So thank you for joining me tonight. I do apologize for having to go sooner than expected. But guys, have a wonderful night. I'll see you guys here soon. Hopefully I helped a little bit out with the sale. And happy hunting. And thank you so much, guys. Have an amazing night. And I guess it's birthday time. See you soon.